Hey there, Virgo Divine Feminine Placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your monthly extended Tarotscope for the month of October. My apologies, this is so late getting out. It is the 7th, but understand I go in order with the zodiac wheel. I start where we're at. So I started in Libra season. So you are last, but you are not least. Definitely not. I'm using my gold foil tarot deck. I only did that with Leo Divine Feminine and now Virgo Divine Feminine. I reserve this deck like highly. So Source made it a point. Trains were just going off. I'm like, okay, I will use that deck with them as well. So there's something here for you. For those of you new to my channel, if you're uncertain if you are masculine or feminine energy, please watch both sign or like both the divine masculine and divine feminine read to maybe get an idea. Generally, if you're more anxiously attached, if you kind of freak out, if you don't have clarity, you are likely more the feminine energy in this dynamic. My website, gingermama.com, with the 3 A's, has more clarity on that. There's a breakdown in my blog section of wounded masculine, wounded feminine, healed masculine, healed feminine energy. And you can go there for more information. Okay, so let's dive into it. As I was channeling for you, it was interesting. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, it's like someone dancing. But it was kind of like someone with like a mop or a broom, like singing and dancing, like in their kitchen, or maybe like with a hairbrush in their bathroom. Like, it was like this feeling where you're like, I don't care, I'm just gonna be me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, almost like 90s vibes in a way too. I just feel like you're finding yourself, and I love that for you. You're like, I don't give a shit what they think. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm me, and I'm gonna freaking own it. And so I love that energy for you this month. If you're not there yet, maybe that's what you're being called to do, is embody that and own it. So do that, definitely. For those who don't know, Mercury went direct Virgo on the 2nd. You are Virgo placement, so that should be treating you well. Communication should be more manageable and easy. During Virgo season in September, we had Mercury retrograde, which a lot of people talk about, right? So ask yourself, what was going on then? Were there confusing issues around finances or communication with coworkers or friends or lovers, etc.? And how did you handle that? What would you have changed? Like, reevaluate real fast. Like, what should I have done differently? Okay, because we always want to look back at retrograde cycles as a time to reflect and then revise. Okay, as I stumble over my words, it's almost this feeling like some of you like are so close to like really speaking your truth, okay, about how you feel or what you want. But it's almost this feeling like, it's like, you know what you want, but do you know what you want? Like, in your heart, or maybe you know, but do you know, type of energy. The 3rd through the 8th, we have Pluto direct in Capricorn. Again, a fellow earth sign of yours, Capricorn. But Capricorn is cardinal energy, and you Virgos are more mutable. And Capricorn energy, cardinal energy, always drives us forward. It's like, do it now, right? And that Pluto is Scorpio energy, it's death and rebirth. And so this is going to bring up in all of us, the collective, this feeling of, what does our most buried, deepest self really want? What do we really want and desire? And once we recognize what it is we want, are we willing to make the actual change within our physical reality to call that in and make it happen, right? Because we can think about it all day, but if we don't take the action steps, then it's not going to happen. So it's a good time to be like, okay, that friendship's not working, that relationship's not working, I'm going to speak my truth and move forward. You know what I mean? But I feel like some of you, yeah, this 4 of Swords, like, you're laying there thinking about it, but you're not willing to take a risk. The 9 of Wands reverse, like you're like, do I really do it? Whether it's the career or the relationship or whatever, it's like, do I really say it? Do I really say the truth? It's like, yeah. Because at the end of the day, look at this tower. You're in a tower moment. And you're in a tower moment because you keep waiting. You're not saying, you're not doing. Whatever it is, career, relationship, etc. You can sit in that tower moment over and over and over again, or you can be like, okay, I do the same thing over and over again. That's a definition of crazy. I may as well try something new. Why don't I say how I feel? And if I get abandoned or rejected in the process, so be it. At least I know I'm free within me. And I feel like as you say that thing and do that thing and release, you're going to be feeling that vibe of like, I don't even care. I didn't. I know I did the right thing for me. Right? My hand falls off the chair. So pay attention to that. Empress, look at you. Divine Feminine, you got this. I swear to God, you guys are your ideas are spot on. Your creative flow, right there. You are literally so fertile with like ideas, maybe some of you considering children or pregnant, but I'm telling you right now, like you are ready for this next chapter. It's like there's just something in you still like, I don't know. So the 9th, we have the full moon in Aries. And that is approaching rapidly. It's the 7th as I record this. So now through like the 10th or so, the 11th on Wednesday, there's going to be a lot of that feeling of the full moon. And understand what's occurring with this full moon. The full moon is in Aries. Oops, hold on. All right. It was the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like the full moon in Aries is going to push you to walk your horse somewhere. That cup of love, that emotional offer, like I just feel like I got to harp on this again, the tower moment stuff. The universe is like, you're not listening. We've shown you time and time again that this person or this situation is not for you. They're not showing up. Why do you think that's what you deserve? Someone that's half in, 1 foot out? Is that the energy you want? Like it just feels like, I almost feel like I'm smelling like cow manure or something. Like, I'm not trying to be whatever, but it's like, why are you accepting that? What within you thinks that that's what you need to accept, okay? So really sit with this, whether it's friendships, relationships, romantic partners, like, it's stinky. Like, it's not good, okay? So release it with the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries is about I am. So what happens is we ask ourselves, okay, I am worthy of what? Commitment. I am worthy of the truth. I am worthy of not being told half truths or lies. I am worthy of honesty. I'm worthy of genuine connection. I'm worthy of the sex I want. I'm worthy of the job I want. I am hot. I am sexy. I am. Own that, okay? Empower yourself within that. But because this full moon takes place in Libra, the opposite sign on the zodiac wheel of Aries, we're halfway through the zodiac new year, right? Libra energy is all about duality and balance, right? So we're being called to ask, okay, how do others, if you're giving, are others matching that energy, right? Like, what is the duality here? And you've got to ask yourself, okay, if I plan things with my friends, for example, or at work or whatever you do others do that with me? If I invite someone out all the time, do they ever invite me out? And you got to really get real with yourself, because sometimes it gets frustrating because you're like, oh my God, I do this all the time for everybody else. They never do it for me. And then you're like, shit, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. It's just you're over giving, and you need to pull back and understand that you are worthy of others giving to you as well. So channel that energy with the full moon in Aries, okay? Literally, this is like physical release. If you're feeling counterpart energy or just strange energy in your field, if you're feeling tired or weak, this is about standing forth and, like, again, dancing in your kitchen, dancing in the shower, like even washing your hair and just scrubbing it. I don't want anyone in my aura. I don't want anyone in my energetic field. Like, this is not a month where you lay around and meditate, okay? I'm sorry, it's not. Maybe you're meditating at times, but it's like a set, like 15 minutes, and that's that. This is a month of like movement, of channeling energy, especially around that full moon, okay? And then as we hit the 14th through the 22nd, we have Venus in Libra trine Saturn in Aquarius, and Mercury also hits Libra. Again, a beautiful time. Venus is the planet of love. Mercury in Libra, this is about balanced love. This is about you getting really clear. And if there is a toxic lover from your past that we were talking about, you communicating the truth. Calmly, clearly being like, hey, listen, I really care about our connection. I really love you, but I don't want this anymore. Or I really need commitment in order to feel safe within this connection. Or I need clarity. Can we talk? And if this person ghosts you, runs from you, refuses to do that, that's your cue to be done. And I know it's painful. I know you're going to feel ripped to shreds if they say no. But at some point, you got to realize, wait, are these tower moments worth it? What are the options here? The option is to keep doing what I'm doing, which isn't working, or the option is to try something new and see what happens and choose me, that I am energy, right? So the choice is yours, but I do feel like this is a big release of like any fear around that full moon of speaking your truth to someone. Because as you speak your truth, you're unblocking that throat chakra. Okay, you're really channeling this energy. And so after that, whatever happens, it could be a time of reconciliation, of rebirthing a connection, that'd be great. But if it's not, more than likely, it could be a situation where somebody ghosts or runs and doesn't want that back. And you're feeling like so sad and depleted. And I get that. But as we hit the 23rd, we're in Scorpio season, everybody. So Scorpio season is all about death and rebirth. It is the Tower card and the Death card in tarot. It is literally the feeling of like, I'm never going to get through this. Oh my gosh, I'm grieving. I never. Go with that, okay? Sit with that energy, but know that you're rebirthing yourself. You're literally wrapping yourself up in a cocoon. Don't run to anyone else. Don't start dating. Don't start running out there. I'm telling you right now, if you do this and it doesn't work and you go start dating somebody else, you're gonna be so, no, don't do that. This is your cue to heal, to not care what they're doing, to say, you know what? I'm gonna focus on me. I know I'm gonna glow up. I know things are gonna get better for me. Yeah, why? Because we got the Lovers upright and the Ace of Wands upright. You know you're awakening and growing. All these leaves, you're having more and more awakenings. You're calling in your passionate new beginning with love. And you've got to get to a place where you're like, look, if it's that past person that heals and comes back, great, God. But if it's somebody else, great. You are totally in full surrender, totally detached from outcomes. You're just like, you know what? I want real fucking love, and I'm not going to fight about what it comes in as. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we like the familiarity of a past person. Like, well, I know their things and this and that. But aren't you realizing at this point that this person kind of said things to you but wasn't actually fully honest? So it's like, do you really know them anyways? Do you know what I mean? And that's part of this, forgiving yourself for feeling like you might have overshared. So the 25th, we have the new moon and the solar eclipse, both in the sign of Scorpio. This is all, again, about rebirth. It's asking the question, who do you want to be and what is stopping you? Look at this. What's stopping you right now is the past. This Two of Wands, this person looks solely to the future. They're like, this is the globe, this is the future. Their entire body is turned away from the past. They're not even looking back. They're not like half looking over their shoulder, nothing. They're just like, nope. Okay, you didn't want it? You didn't want it? Okay. But I know many of you in your head. And it's okay to grieve that loss. Absolutely. Like, go through that pain. But understand, if you don't move through it, and like whatever this looks like, journaling, writing, crying, shaking a water bottle, taking out, like, I feel like almost exercise might be very significant for you. Like, channel this energy, or you're really going to be in your head in rocky waters. It's like you've made the choice. You got to step into this fiery, like, Queen of Wands energy where you're like, no, I'm creative, I'm passionate, I'm sexy. And if somebody fucking doesn't see that, I don't need them in my energetic space. Do you know what I mean? Like, what about you thinks that you're supposed to wait on someone, or that you're supposed to wait for them to heal or grow? Like, no, this is about choosing you. Again, that Aries, I am energy. And understand, anything you're doing right now around this Aries full moon. So what's happening now is the culmination of what happened in Aries season. We're halfway through the zodiac wheel. Aries is first on the wheel. So anything you did late March and in April is happening right now. So like, it's not that it's happening, it's a culmination of that. So if you were focused on career, right now your career might be taking off. If you were focused on a connection that you knew wasn't healthy, right now it might be blowing up in your face, okay? And so right now, what you choose to do will culminate in 6 months. And you might be like, oh no, like that's so far away, or this or that. It's not. And you got to ask yourself, wait, if I'm going to keep juggling this connection, then in 6 months, I'm still going to be in this energy of betrayal and heartbreak? Yeah, you will. And I know that's hard to hear. Trust me, this time last year is when I released 2 people I loved and cared about deeply. And I was a totally different person by April. still going through a lot. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, where I am now, it's crazy. It's amazing how quickly it can happen. So the Hangman here, it's that feeling of like, I know you're in a place of suspension. You're uncomfortable. You feel like blood, is rushing to your head. You feel like, oh, just let me out. I just want to know what's coming. And the universe is like, you can handle this. Hang out in this uncomfortableness because it's going to call in the new you. Try not to run to other people. Try not to be codependent. Try not to be like, I got to call somebody. I got to do this. I got to have validation. No, you have internal validation, okay? Pay attention to your dreams right now, synchronicities, repeating numbers, things like that, okay? That's really going to guide you this month, Virgos, all right? I love all of you. You've got this. Just be mindful, especially like I had this jotted down on my notes over here and it just stuck out to me. This idea of like, if you have a person that like uses their dick as a weapon or their sexual energy as a weapon, like they're upset with you and then they go out and sleep with other people type of energy, or you've done that or whatever, like that is totally unacceptable. So don't, like, that is the type of shit we're clearing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we're adults. We can have emotionally mature conversations. And if someone cannot communicate with you face to face and discuss a connection, it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. Okay? So I love all of you. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm over there as Ginger Mama. Same on Instagram. And I'm happy to do a personal reading for you if you feel called. My website is gingermama.com. I will see you next month, Virgos. Feel free to watch your sun, moon, and rising, by the way. I also find Venus placements really helpful for many people. So see ya.